Hello YouTubies, this is King Scribe, and just let me slurp my white wine. Well, this week's episode, Flatline, which was written by Jamie Matheson, who also wrote last week's episode, which was Mummy on the Orient Express, was sweet. This is the episode that Fear Here should have actually been. Right? Remember that goddamn awful episode from Series 2, which was so rubbish that everybody was saying, oh my god, it was rubbish. And it was. The ending was a little bit okay. It was better than the other episode the week before, which was Love and Monsters, which I just think is really bad. But Fear Here was also just awful. Alright? And this is the episode, Flatline, that Fear Here should have been. Right, we're talking about 2 dimensions, drawings and everything, paintings coming alive, etc. There's similar themes to Fear Here in this episode, but it's massively improved. In fact, this is one of the better episodes of the new revived series, so that's something good. I mean, we've had 2 very strong episodes this year. Side by side, we've had strong episodes throughout the whole year, actually. Which is quite amazing, really, when you think about it, because usually you get 1 rubbish episode per year, but this year I've not really seen any terrible episode, to be honest with you. Now, there's quite a few funny moments in this episode. The part where Clara just picks up the hammer, obviously she's got a bag that's big on the inside because the TARDIS is there, and she says to the police officer, they're in the walls. I mean, that would seem so fucking psycho. If I saw somebody coming up to me and I was a police officer, I think I'll be getting that person on the ground straight away. What, they're in the walls, you got to put the walls through, are you? No, you're not. What the fuck are you talking about, you psycho? I mean, it just makes perfect sense. Go on, smash the walls in. Of course, yeah, they're going to be living in the walls. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, come on. I know it's science fiction, but the jokes it was seemed forced, but it was a little bit funny, I suppose. I don't mind it too much, but it did make it look a bit psycho. The police officer just acted natural, as if this was everyday job for her. I mean, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. And then she goes into the room and just trusts somebody to smash in the walls, which doesn't make any sense why they would actually be in the walls in the first place. And of course she's being dragged through the carpet by 2-dimensional beings who are forcing their way into our universe, which is another strange thing. Beings forcing their way into our universe must mean there must be a rift somewhere. Now, I do like the fact that this enemy is a bit... I've seen something like this before, and there's something I've seen like this before somewhere else. I'm getting deja vu. Oh, here, there's a movie I've seen that's similar to this, where people get absorbed by walls, etc. But I forgot what it was. So maybe some copyright going on. But I think this is much improved anyway. I think the story is pretty good. I do like the TARDIS dimensions from the outside shrinking, which was good. I mean, shouldn't it have gone flat or something? But it was shrinking, and it got down to the size where he could put his hands through. And he did the Family Guy crawling across the train track. Now, I thought that could happen. I thought he might start going around like that because, the TARDIS is much lighter, so why couldn't you actually pick it up with your hand? I was going to make a joke on another website about it, but my connection went down at the time, so I was surprised it actually ended up in the episode. It just shows you the imagination of people like Jamie Matheson. It shows you the imagination, the fact that he can come up with decent jokes, the fact that he can come up with decent episodes. And it's an adventure inside the TARDIS, when you think about it. This is one of the episodes that we've been looking forward to. It is based in the TARDIS in a way, because the Doctor hardly ever leaves it. And he's actually, for the first time, like the Lodger episode, he's vulnerable. But he's vulnerable within the TARDIS. So this might have similarities about what actually caused the other TARDIS in the Lodger. Now, Missy is a character that people have been questioning for quite some time. And after seeing this episode, if you look in that episode, you will see that while she's appearing, there's a door behind her, and it looks fucking like a TARDIS to me. Right? It looks like she's in another TARDIS. It's not the Doctor's TARDIS. It looks like another TARDIS. So we're heading down the lanes of another Time Lord here. Could it be the Rani or somebody like that? And she's holding a iPad. Yeah, naturally, aliens are going to be having iPads in the future or in the past or whatever. You know, their technology is just going to stop at an iPad, all right? Because iPads are so good. It's not going to advance any further than that. They're just going to have an iPad in the future. Time Lords had iPads, all right? That's all they developed to. Within about 10 years, we will be beyond iPads. But they had iPads, right? And she had a picture of Clara. And I think some people are going to find this a little bit tedious, because what we have here, I mean, this is nothing against the writer of the episode or the producers, because obviously this is a forced plot on them. But I don't mind it so much, but I can see people teething through this particular ideology of Stephen Moffat. Because you can bet your fucking life that he told them to write it in. He forced it in. Because it doesn't seem part of the plot of what was written originally. So the fact that, you know, she's talking about Clara, right, as if she's her daughter. Do not tell me that she's going to turn out to be a Time Lord's daughter like the Rani, right? Don't tell me this, please don't tell me this, because I can see people moaning and whinging on YouTube and other channels out there, and even on Facebook. I can imagine people going crazy. I think Stephen Moffat does this on purpose, just to wind people off for a fucking laugh. You know, just to get ruffle people's feathers on YouTube and Facebook, see how they react to it. I think it's been drinking and smoking too much pot, actually. But, you know, she was the impossible girl, and now she's going to turn out to be the daughter of a Time Lord. Talk about fucking overkill. What next? She's the daughter of God or something. Oh, she's actually your daughter, Doctor. This is her daughter. Oh my fucking god. No wonder she's called the impossible girl, because nothing could be possible about her. Yeah, but it was a good episode. It was a good episode. I like Peter Capaldi's role in this, and I like Clara's role in it. Alright, I love the way Clara acted in this episode. She had her own way in this episode without being an absolute lunatic. Now, I know some of it would have been not her fault, like in the Moon episode where she had to go at the doctor because she felt scared. But, you know, that seemed forced to me too. I'll tell you why. Because Clara has always been somebody who's been with the doctor. She's had many adventures with him. And she's seen people dying and seen, you know, societies being killed, etc. And then suddenly, when she's put up against killing a moon power site or something, she gets all huffy and puffy about it, despite the fact that weeks before she was seeing people die, etc. That seems a little bit, you know, you should know that you're going to be scared when you're running with the doctor. I mean, that's the whole point. He's not dealing in a world of Care Bears, fluffy bunnies, and rainbow clouds with pots of gold at the end. He's actually dealing with some very serious, nasty stuff. You know, Daleks that kill you, that exterminate you, Cybermen, etc. His world isn't all roses. No way. And you definitely will be scared. If you're not scared with the doctor, you're a fool. Clara should know this. And as soon as she sees that she has to blow up a moon, which, you know, it was explained to her that when the button's pressed, it can't be undone. Fine. So if she pressed it, she knew the doctor was coming back anyway. She knew that the moon wouldn't just blow up straight there and now. The doctor's obviously will come back and collect her, because he's not going to let her die. I don't really see exactly what that argument was about in the first place. I mean, it's not the doctor's fault that the moon was a fucking living creature. I mean, they're just making making a choice, and it's up to them to make it, and he wanted her to make it. The doctor wasn't in the wrong, and I suppose Clara had the right to actually question the doctor about it, but neither was in the wrong on that. But it's just that Clara's part was seen forced to me. It didn't seem like she was a strong lady in that episode. This episode, she really got her gears together. She proved that she could do things. She could be imaginative. She could actually be creative in her ideas, and she could save the doctor. Instead of smacking him in the face, threatening to smack him in the face until he regenerates. Here, she proved that she could run with the doctor, that she could think up of ideas to save the doctor. That's drawing a picture and allowing them to actually channel their energy into the TARDIS. That's genius. That's what she should have done. Now, I would have just connected the TARDIS to some batteries or something and just hope for the best, or maybe got some radiation or something. I know the TARDIS feeds off radiation, and maybe that's another way of doing it. But I maybe stick the doctor's TARDIS in the microwave or something. I don't know. It feeds off radiation. Maybe that would work. The doctor said, "Go do that. What are you doing? Fucking force scribe. What are you fucking doing? Fucking idiot human." Would it actually charge the TARDIS if I actually put it in a microwave and stuck it on for 10 minutes? That's a good question, isn't it? There's only radiation part where I can actually think you could actually get radiation quite easily in societies from a good microwave. I'm talking nonsense, alright? What she did in that episode was perfect. And I liked the end when the doctor said it wasn't from goodness. Alright? Because he understood that, killing and destroying a whole new life and whole new culture and, destroying that connection is bad. And he never actually enjoys doing it. I like the fact that Peter Capaldi has still got that. He doesn't emphasize with humans in the same way, but he's not completely without it. He understands that he doesn't like killing things. Alright? And that is something I like about Peter Capaldi's Doctor. He's cold 1 minute, and then he's warm. He's blowing hot and cold all the time. And he seems to be warming up into his role now. I just wish that the previous episode didn't have Clara smacking him across the face. I was always hoping for the first episode where we saw him with the mad eyes, and then the last 5 minutes of the first episode of Series 8, where he showed just what a fucking badass he is. But to get smacked in the face took that all away in a few seconds. It didn't seem so badass after all, and people will say, no, he's just a joker after all. He's just another Matt Smith. Now, nothing wrong with Matt Smith, but this isn't Matt Smith. It's another Doctor. So, yeah, the episode was good. It was so filled of beauty and wonder and amazement. It could have been better in parts, but this is what Fair Hair should have been. And I would say, looking at this is one of my favourite episodes of the revived series. Right? Just like this episode before, this has been a very strong year for us for Doctor Who. It's on par with episodes like what's it called? Why would I remember a good episode? The Doctor's Wife. It's on par with episodes like that because it's very creative. And it shows the creativity spirit of Jamie Matheson, who wrote it, and also the interpretation of the writing. Don't forget, you have to interpretate it through the production value and the acting and the sets, etc. So the interpretation is just important. So people like Douglas McInconey or whatever he's called. Sorry, McInconey. He's going to come on to my YouTube channel and criticise my pronunciation of his fucking name. I don't know I forgot what his name is, sorry. I know his first name is Douglas anyway. But the interpretation of this episode was good. I liked it. I thought it was going to be something like where the Doctor dies. But yeah, I think Missy, I think she's involved in another TARDIS. And I think some people are going to be a bit angry about this. Now, I also like the fact that Clara... Maybe I should do another video about this because I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye for now. See you later.